Assalamualaikum to my respected lecturer, Sir Ismail bin Isha and everyone. So today, me and my groupmate would like to present about the information system used in the TENAGA NASIONAL BERHAD TMB. Without further ado, I would like to start our presentation with the introductions of our product. So, what is information system? An information system can be defined as a collection of integrated equipment or components that are involved in the collecting or retrieving, processing, storing and distributing the information. Then, who use the information system? Nowadays, the organization use the information system for helping their organization in order to interact with the customer and suppliers, undertake the organization operation, perform the marketing campaign of the organization, as well as manage their organization. Besides, it is not only limited for being used by the organization. In fact, the individual also use the information system. Other than that, why it's important? It is because the information system is played a vital role in this modern era. Moreover, with the presence of COVID-19 pandemic which require most of the things such as studying, working being done through online. Thus, what organization that we chosen for our project? Correspondingly, TENAGA NASIONAL BERHAD is the organization that we choose in order to collect as much as information regarding their information system that have been implemented and used in their daily operations.
Okay, move forward under organization background. TENAGA NASIONAL BERHAD TMB move forward. It is always important to remember where they come from and how they are started. In this situation, people can learn the story of electricity and their humble beginning as the Central Electrical Board. Finally, they have a journey to become a private company. Look at this timeline. Electricity first appeared in this country at the turn of the 20th century, and the early record of electricity generation can be traced to the small mining town in Rawang, Selangor. Okay, on 1894, Loki Yu and Tam Bom San installed electric generation to operate their mines. They were first to use pump for mining the Malaya and marked as a beginning of the story of electricity in Malaysia. Move forward on 1895, the rail station in Kuala Lumpur received the first supply of electricity. Next, on 1949, the Central Electricity Board (CEB) was established and began operation. On 1964, the area supply became huge, which include Alok Star, Sungai Petani, Kulim, Lunas, Padang Serai, Teluk Anson, Langkap, Tampin and Kuala Pilah. On 1965, the Central Electricity Board (CEB) of the Federal Malaya was renamed to the National Electricity Board State of Malaya (NEB). Okay, on 1976, the Electricity Board into the Penang. On 1982, the board had supplied the entire peninsula with electricity, replaced Perak Power Hydroelectric Power (PRHEP) and its subsidiary Kinter Electricity Contribution. And the last one, 1990, the Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Mahathir bin Mohamad officially declared TMB as the heir and successor to NEB. TMB became a whole government-owned private company. Okay, for the organization structure chart, which is director board in TMB organization, they have non-independent, non-executive chairman, which is Datuk Seri Mahathir bin Khalid. Next, independent, non-executive director, there have 6 people under that position, which is Gopal Krishan, anak laki K. Sundaram. Next, Ong Aileen. Next is Norayan binti Cik Dan. Next, they have Juniwati, Rahmat Hussein and Datuk Rosalinda binti Zainal. with Datuk Nawawi bin Ahmad, and the last one they have Datuk Nawi Chandran anak lelaki Narayanan. So they also have executive director, which is under position president, or chief executive officer, which is Datuk Baharin bin Din. Okay, for last position, which is non-independent non-executive director, they have Amran Hafiz bin Afiuddin. Next, they have Datuk Asri bin Hamidin, and the last one as Datuk Asri assistant, which is Azmin bin Ishaq. For the next slide, I will tell you guys about corporate vision, mission, and objective goals. Okay, for the aspiration for this company want to be the leading provider of sustainable energy solution in Malaysia and internationally. Okay, next to core value, integrity, collaborative, professionalism, customer centricity, forward thinking, and mindfulness. Okay, for the purpose for this company, together we brighten live through innovative and sustainable solution towards a better world.
For the functional description of department, there are 4 departments in this company, which is human resource, department that handle of the function required in a business. Its function is to recruit and train new employee. It is the main responsibilities of the human resource department. Next, payment of salaries is also the responsibility of the Human Resource Office. Next, for the information system department, a formal organizational unit that has responsibilities in information technology services. The programmers are technical expert where they have to write software instruction for computers. Next, system analysis, a key license to information system groups as well as other organizations. Next, information system manager, team leader as well as programmer and analysis project manager, telecommunication manager, and database expert. Next is financial department, which is an essential element for a business to succeed. The finance department has many roles that need to be carried out within or outside the organization. Next, management department, which is process in which it makes the maintenance, expansion, and also the allocation of resource in order to achieve goals of the organization. Next, managers are people in the organization who have responsibility in developing and running this management.
The National BERHAD TNB is a company that manages energy supply or electric supply to all areas in the country. Previously, TNB was known as Central Electricity Board (CEB). There is an increasing amount of demand for electric supply in TNB company from time to time, which can help in terms of the strength of this company. The progress achieved by this company needs to be maintained or improved to ensure that all the vision, mission, and objectives of the company can be achieved. All the management in the company is very important to be well managed and has their own role and responsibility to ensure that all work process runs smoothly as well as to preserve the company name. There are several roles in the TENAGA National BERHAD TNB company, which is providing electricity in line throughout the country. TNB company needs to ensure that every resident in the country has a good supply of electricity in any area, including residential area, business premise, and so on, so that they can be comfortable and can facilitate work. TNB has also made strategic preparation and is always ready to face any future obstacles. The second role is to bring modernize for our country. Undoubtedly, Tenaga Nasional BERHAD TNB has been the pride of our country for a long time. This time because the management, the service provided by the company is the best and organized. The modernized of the country is not only focused on one sector only, but it can help in improving in industrial sector, trade sector, and many more. This role is very important and should be appreciated by anyone. Another role is to manage employee data in companies such as employee attendance record in company. And this is very important to record in order to optimize employee performance, as it indirectly carries the image of the company. Human resource department that manage this responsibility. Next, the NB company also play their role in supporting the educational sector. They have established higher institutional, which is University Tenaga Nasional, UNITEN, to produce many excellent graduate students. The NB also offer educational scholarship to its students. The Yayasan Tenaga Nasional (YTN) has been established to manage the funds in their organization. Furthermore, they need to provide customer service by providing guidance or reference to users. It is also to expose the community to the importance of appreciating the source of electricity supply in our country. They need to give the best service to their customer to meet customer satisfaction. In conclusion, there are many important roles that NB should implement well so they can achieve their mission objectives effectively.
For the data used in the organization, data plays an important role in the success of this GIS system. Definition in a data model that acts like as a data starting point and collection process. Next, data complete through asset data, customer data, maps, and functional data used in the survey department, and mapping and maps of Malaysia are important. Next, data security is guaranteed by the availability of data governance, management, data export restriction, and restriction on data access. Next is data quality. For the available data is reliable, correct, and accurate through aggregate data that has been validated through SAP, ERMS for asset function locations, equipment number such as ID, customer relationship, and the bill management to customer, as well as all areas involved.
Now, let's continue with the list of information system of TNB. In TNB, they have a lot of information systems that have been used to improve their performance and effectiveness. So, this is the three main of information system that have been used by TNB. The first one is ECIBS, which is Enhanced Customer Billing Information System. The second one is EASY System, which stands for Employee Attendance System. And the third one is GIS System, which stands for Geographic Information System.
There are many types of information systems that we have learned, but in this assignment, we choose to make research about information systems that used by TNB. So for the TNB, they are used in Transaction Processing System (TPS), Management Information System (MIS), Geographical Information System (GIS), and some other types of systems. TPS is one of the systems that play a role in processing data transaction in the database system. It also serves to capture, process, maintain, update, and store data received securely after the occurrence of the business transaction. There are some components of this TPS, which are input, processing system, storage device, and output. TNB uses the system to enable the customer to make bill payment online. The payment is also made based on the owner itself and the account number that has been set according to their total monthly electricity consumption. Furthermore, by using the system, it can ensure fast response time and high transaction throughput, besides helping them in increasing productivity while carrying out their daily business activities as well as possible. So, system they use under this type of information system is Enhanced Customer Information Billing System (ECIBS). The another one is Management Information System (MIS), which is served to assist an organization or a company in managing business, making decisions, coordinating the information received, and analyzing information. The system is also a very important and necessary system in a company that want all information management process in their organization to be managed well in an orderly manner. The data collected and stored by the transaction processing system is the main input for this MIS. So at TNB, they use the MIS system to create production, human resource management system, schedule produce whether periodically, monthly, weekly or daily, and minimum. The example of the system that TNB use for this type of system is Employee Attendance System, EASY. Furthermore, Geographical Information System (GIS). GIS may be a technology tool used for capturing, storing, managing, analyzing, and displaying geospatial data and coordinating system. TNB use the system to boost efficiency and higher cognitive process reliability of the grid and to remodel customer experience within the coming future. The function of the system is to collect information related to geographical science, process data in order to provide access to users, better determine the position of an area by mapping, and many more.
For the information system background, employee attendance system, which is during the Industrial Revolution, rural agrarian societies had shifted to urban and industrial societies. There is an increase in emphasis and manufacturing where people start to stop working for themselves and work with others. For the first time, tracking time has become something important. This is because the working conditions during the Industrial Revolution were very bad, with child workers sometimes having to work for 14 hours a day. Next, there are benefits of the easy system that increase transparency and satisfaction to employees with employee attendance software. Employee can check their check-in time at any time, so no question about their pay will arise. For the Geographic Information System, the field of Geographic Information System (GIS) began in the 1960s. At this time of the computer, and it was an early concept of quantitative geography as well as computing image. For the enhanced customer information billing system, and TNB used the enhanced customer information billing system to adapt SAP's function in managing all customer data as well as distribution, information, and commercial data.
For the functional description of information system, a functional information system is a system that provides the detailed information for a specific type of activity or related group of activity, as well as summarize information for management control of such activities. Information also are irrelated components working together to collect, process, store, and disseminate information to support decision making, coordination, control, analysis, and visualization in organization. Functional will go through with input and storage the information. Also, they process the information, give feedback from other side, and output. And we also have open and closed system.
So now let's continue with the component of ECIBS, Enhanced Customer Information Billing System, can be used by TNB to manage all the data transaction for the customer in this system. So the first component is the input itself. The input, one of the example that I can give is customer billing information. That was one of the inputs in this system. So the second component is the processing. In this processing, it will process or breaking down all the information from the input itself and produce it to an output. So the second component is the storage. The storage is where all the transaction history lists will be stored. So in the system, they use ledger, online ledger, to store all the information. And the last one is the output. For example, the outputs that I can give an example is customer billing receipt, as it is also one of the evidence for the transaction history. As for the component of easy employee attendance system, there are four important components. The first one is software and hardware. The software that have been used in the system is database management system, where it store all the data in it, and the hardware is also the basic, where it includes computers, printers, scanners, keyboard, servers, and more. As for the business procedures, it really needs an expert to really figure out the flow of the process to make sure the employee attendance system can be worked out properly. As for the user of the system is the employee and also the administrator. As for the data that have been taken from the system is the employee attendance of the month. They also have real-time tracking for the employees, and also it can be viewed by the administrator who wants to look out on the employee's performance. Now, let's continue with the GIS. GIS is one of the systems that has been widely used by TNB. So there are four components that have been used in this system. The first one is software and hardware. Software that has been used in the system is DBMS, which stands for Database Management System, and the hardware is kind of basic, which includes printer, computer, scanners, keyboard, and there are also a specific hardware that have been used, which includes street view car camera and also a backpack camera. The second one is business process. Business process need to be created properly to make sure that every flow of the process in the system can be produced properly. So you really need an expert to create a good and a great planning to make sure it can produce as it should be. So the third one is the user. The user of the system is the employee itself. They will be the one who will help to assemble the system properly. The fourth one is the data. The data of the system is kind of which that involved with geographical information such as map, cartographic information, vegetation, street lamps, rivers, and everything that involved with the geographical information.
So now let's take a look on information system activities. As we can see in the slide, there are some activities that TNB runs using their system. For ECIBS, they provide two services such as the billing service and also customer service. The billing service covers a wide range of matters involving the electricity used by consumers. Using the system, they can check the payment status, usage amount, bill amount, and many more. They also can make payment using the system. The system is very flexible and can be used anywhere as long as the user has internet connection. Then for customer service, it is one way for customer to contact the company if they have any problem or question. The person in charge who is responsible to give feedback to the customer needs to be friendly and will be able to give understanding for the customer. It is to make sure TNB can achieve customer satisfaction. In line, they can get also achieve their vision, mission, and objective. Next, there are also two activities run by this organization. For primary activity, it plays a very important main role in the company. It controls all work movement in the company and needs to be managed in an orderly manner. This activity starts from the process of manufacturing products or services provided by the company, business marketing, providing good service to customers, and many more. But for the support activity, consists of several divisions such as procurement division, human resource management, technology and infrastructure development, and many more. Each division has their own role and responsibility, but they are all interrelated with the management and achievement of the company. Example of support activities carried out are such as employee data management, customer service, and many more. Last but not least, monitor TMB substation activity run by Geographical Information System. It is to monitor TMB substation and surrounding area in the country. The system contains information related to the position of the place that use the service offered by TMB, such as the use of electricity supply. They collect data for the system by capturing data information along the road visible by car, mobile backpack mapping for inaccessible area, and use camera to take picture of meter serial number.
Next, let's go through with the hardware and software configurations of TMB information system. As for the Enhanced Customer Information Billing System, or also known as ECIBS, firstly, handheld computer. It is a hardware that interrelated with this system. It is because the data and information that have been keyed in the ECIBS system can be accessed through this handheld computer. Every time of electricity billing process is carried out, the employee or called as meter readers need to bring this handheld computer in order to record and take the latest electricity usage rates. Next, NetSuite ERP. It is also known as base ERP software. It is a powerful software that helps the TMB in facing the critical processes together with the ECIBS system. The use of NetSuite ERP software is providing TMB with the all required tools in terms of the accounting innovation as well as on the accelerated growth of the organization. It is also support the multiple billing model, which include the product, services, usage, time, subscription, and also the hybrid models. As for the employee attendance system, or EASY, firstly, desktop computer. It is a type of computer that can only be used in one place or single location. Desktop computer is one of the hardware that have been utilized in the information systems of TENAGA NASIONAL BERHAD. The development as well as the monitoring process of this information system requires the use of a desktop computer by the TNB. Then ASP.NET. As for development of the employee attendance system, it is identically use ASP.NET as TMB tools on developing this information system. It can be seen in terms of the ASPX, or called as Active Server Page web file, that appear whenever the user open for the employee attendance system on the web browser. As for the third information system, Geographic Information System (GIS), firstly, a street view car. It is not a typical car like the other car. However, it is a car that comes with the camera system on the top of the car roof. The use of the camera system on the top of the street view car is to capture the image while moving through the location which are accessible for the car. Besides, this hardware is used for capturing the 360-degree view of assets of TMB panoramic photos. Next, a backpack camera. A backpack camera, or also known as backpack mobile mapping, is a special backpack that is outfitted with the camera system in order to capture the features assets of the place or location. TENAGA NASIONAL BERHAD used the hardware to capture the images while moving, or in other words, maneuvering through the tight and narrow location or spaces which can only be reachable by foot. Then the other hardware is camera. For information, the camera that being used by TMB is not a typical camera that has always been utilized for capturing pictures. However, this camera function differently, which is to capture the serial number of the user electricity meters. Lastly, ARC-GIS Enterprise. It is known as the best and perfect software system that has all-in-one system. Moreover, for the TMB needs on geospatial elements like mapping and also analyzing the geospatial data. It is also helps to ensure the secure and safe process of data, including the control, store and also the access of data and information in the organizations of TMB. Then, let's move on to the next slides on information system problem. The first system, ECIBS, had the problem arise, which is unable to log into the information system even though this ECBIS system is being logged in by the staff according to the right step. The situations of unable to log into the system have forced the organization to request help from the ICT department expertise in order to solve the problem. And there is also the situation where they can't figure out the problem that arises, and because of that, it needs to be passed to the headquarters or HQ of TMB located in Kuala Lumpur. The second system, the employee attendance system. Easy system have problem in terms of the slow load issue. There is the negative feedback that have been received by TMB from the user of the system, which is the TMB employee itself, regarding its slow load whenever they use the information system. In fact, it will cause the dissatisfactions of the TMB employees while using the easy system, as they need to spend more time on waiting for the system to load. As for the last system, Geographic Information System, the problem that has been identified is in terms of the expensive tools for the system. Once the GIS system has been developed in the TNB organization, they identify that it requires the huge amount of budget in acquiring the necessary tools in the process of the system. The tools can be seen in terms of a list of hardware and also software needed for ensuring the complete system, as well as in terms of any additional tools needed.
Strengths and weaknesses of ECIBS. The first strength is the security itself. The system have quite a tight security system where only a few person authorized that can have access with the system. The person is the tally collector and also the administrator clerk. So only there, only them, only them, only there. So the strengths and weaknesses of ECIBS. The first strength is the security itself. The system have quite a tight security where only a few person have an authorized access to the system. The first person is the tally collector and also administrator clerk. The second strength is it allows the integration between other systems. So this is quite the same as the GIS, where it can automatically update all the information in all different systems. So basically it's just like this. When the customer have successfully paid their account, pay their billing, the system will be automatically updated with the same information into the different systems. So it's really easily and does not require any staff to key in the same information into different systems. So it's really easy. So the third strength is it is save times. By having this system, it does not require any human intervention in processing all the transactions. So this system can process it itself and can manage all the transactions quite easily. It does not have to require any papers or everything. So the last one, the weaknesses, is the suitability. ECIBS in TMB, they said that ECIBS is not suitable for the TMB, as it has some kind of the system is not properly suitable for the TMB organization. So it's really hard for the other organization to accept ECIBS into this organization. So they slowly fixing and assembling the system to make sure that it can be suitable for the system and for the TMB.
Okay, for the opportunity and trade of enhanced customer information bill system, they will ensure the main and alternative electricity supply operate properly to all customer and user. They also prepare all contingency plan for repair recovery of all the problems. For the trade, we have hacker. The hacker will operate as authorized user to make it easier to use customer collection information, or they will misuse people's social security number or sell information to others who will use it for illegally. So the next is computer virus. Viruses are harmful and can destroy data, slow down system resource. This one is natural disaster, especially the server. The server is very important to keep from the virus, any virus, and to be safe from the hacker.
Now, let's continue with the strengths and weaknesses of EASY, Employee Attendance System by TMB. So the first strength is it is quite flexible, as every employee can take their attendance from their own phone, their laptop, and everywhere in the world, as it is online. So the second strength is it is very accurate by having real-time tracking, so it can be really accurate and can be trusted. So the third strength is it can be increase the efficiency of the process in taking attendance. By using this system, it does not have to use any papers or spreadsheet, and it also does not need any more cost to add in just taking an attendance. As for the weakness, the security cannot be reliable, as if the people or if the other employees, such as their friends, know their friends' staff numbers and also password, they can log in and just take the attendance without anyone knowing. So the security can be not reliable.
Okay, opportunity and threat of employee attendance system. Okay, this system is very user friendly, and it is very easy and simple to use. The user can easily understand by using this system. Okay, for the trick for this system, we have internet connection, which is the system will be a bit slow when they have poor internet connection, and it also happens when too many access at one time. The device such as the camera or the car may take much time because they need to collect the information one by one.
Now, let's continue with the strengths and weaknesses of GIS. The first strength is it easily integrate the data widely from many different sources. As you all know, TMB has a lot of many other different systems. So, GIS can easily sync on the same information into different kind of system. The second strength is it can administer with a large volume of data. That means the system can handle with a large volume of data without any problem. So the third strength is every kind of form can be visualized. That means in this system, they will manage and process with a lot of data that relate with geographical information. So that it can be include globes, maps, cartography information, vegetation, street views, and everything. So this system has been specifically functioned to visualize all this kind of form. So for the weakness of this system, it can be expensive, as GIS is not mainly from Malaysia, and it is not supposedly to manage this kind of system for TMB. So when TMB buying it, they need to assemble it back to make sure that it's suitable for the TMB system. So it can be highly cost and take times.
Graphic Information System (GIS). For the opportunity, we have GIS add value in different fields and increase awareness of GIS benefit, and also it educate and qualify GIS experts. For the trade, maybe that related to inappropriate development of GIS because they have to incur a lot of expenses by developing this system, and they also lack of financial resource and privacy security of national information. It is because these features make it more secure and only authorized person can access into this system to ensure that information can be protected. Okay, for generate and evaluate alternative, to create a performance evaluation system where to practice this 5 step, which is develop an evaluation form, which is reviewing help build a better performance evaluation system to make sure unconscious bias is not related and achieve their goal. The second step is identify performance measure, which is available for must have these criteria such as job knowledge and skill for the staff. The input include insight from staff training, quality and quantitative of work. According to performance measure, they want to set up the attitude, the habit of the staff with the employee and team spirit. So next one is set guideline for feedback. The feedback must be considered during a staff evaluation where to balance the positive and negative vibe, and explaining the impact of their bad performance on their teammate can motivate them to keep improve and be creative as long as they can. The fourth one is create disciplinary and transmission procedure, and for the last one is set an evaluation schedule, which generally this process where worker know what to expect. It is also offer more opportunity for correct and fast growth. This will be more informal, but they will still get employee an idea of how they are performing and how to overcome the any problem that face in that company.
For the recommendation and action plan, system performance in terms of login needs a slow time, 19 seconds, as well as an average response that cannot make the time less than 10 seconds. To control this error, GIS drafting data as well as administering to be introduced. This is because to allow everyone to use the appropriate technology for the needs. However, there are still some measure of control. Next, improvement in the customer service system so that customer can reach TNB quickly and data taken from customer can be stored properly. Next, take into account all the complaints that are told in order to improve the service provided to customers. Lastly, this is because the customer service support company can find out the lack of their service which customers face.